Ladies, don't y'all be jealous. How many of y'all wish that your man would show you a little bit more attention from time to time? I don't mean like that, ladies. I know that there's a lot of y'all who's going to freak out about that. You see, animals are not that different than humans. And the way that we show each other affection differs from couple to couple. But it's obvious that Tex and Santana share a love language. And that love language has to do with physical touch. Well, guess who's a week old, folks? Baby Pearl, 1 week old today. And she's doing great. I was gonna walk out in the pasture here while Tex and Santana are eating. They're sitting there grazing on some delicious green grass and kind of talk a little bit about Pearl, what we love so much about her. As you can see, she's, I don't really know what she's doing right now, to be honest, because I don't think a week-old calf is able to eat hay. I don't even think she's at the age to want to start experimenting with foods yet, but she has for sure gotten herself up in there. And I'm just going to act like I don't know what's going on here. Maybe that's just the way Tex is telling his girl that he loves her. And she's a good mama. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Let her know that he loves her and she's being a good mom. And I don't see Santana complaining none. So anyway, this video is about Pearl. So you all know I said she's a week old, 7 days today. She's been named, and we allowed you guys to decide on that. We were watching for a couple of days some of the different suggestions you were throwing out, and we kept seeing Pearl show up quite a bit. And so, you know what I think it was, though? I don't think it was the fact that the name kept popping up. I'm pretty sure that it was Jamie. Jamie, what do you got?
All right, so I like Senorita.
Senorita?
Maybe call her Rita. Not sure.
Okay, so Senorita, and we can call her Rita. And
Pearl, because, you know.
And Pearl. Okay, I got you. Jamie comes out here the day that we announced the poll, and she's wearing her pearls. And if you guys don't know, Jamie is kind of known for not taking them pearls off, which is funny because she can go to work, she can travel for work, and, and all that she does, or her Zoom conferences, or whatever she's doing, and she's all dressed up and prettied up with her pearls on, and then she can come out here. Ladies, don't y'all be jealous. How many of y'all wish that your man would show you a little bit more attention from time to time? I don't mean like that, ladies. I know that there's a lot of y'all who's going to freak out about that. You see, animals are not that different than humans. And the way that we show each other affection differs from couple to couple. But it's obvious that Tex and Santana share a love language. And that love language has to do with physical touch. And so all he's doing, folks, is scratching her backside. And don't say that there's not any of you ladies that don't mind your man scratching you or rubbing you on the backside. This is not coming out the way I had intended. This is supposed to be about baby Pearl. And for some reason, I just cannot stop watching Tex and Santana love on each other. Because that's sweet. That's beautiful, y'all. That's what a family should be like, just right there. And you know what I feel like, and I'll go ahead and say this now. I'm not really one to talk a whole lot about worldly stuff because I always get myself in trouble. Man, I bring up anything to do with the world and I get myself in trouble. But I will say this. How is baby Pearl or baby Huey or baby John Boy or any of these babies around here ever going to learn what it's like to love a partner if they don't see love from their partner, from their parents? Does that make any sense? I'm going to try to rephrase that. You know, I was with Ellie's mom quite a few years before we went our separate ways. And so Ellie was always able to see what a loving relationship looks like. He was able to see holding hands. He was able to see, you know, sitting beside each other on the couch. He's able to see us loving each other. You know what I mean? And I've always worried now that Lex, his mom and I were not together, really. And so Lex has never had a chance to really experience seeing a mom and a dad, or a couple, a couple, I should say a couple, not mom and dad, but a couple, you know, and he doesn't really know what that looks like. And so I will be real curious to find out in the long run, whenever Lex and Ellie, you know, grow up and begin dating and their love lives and their eventual families, how that's going to translate. Will Ellie end up being a lot more, I don't want to say romantic, because it may not matter at all how much he's singing, but will Ellie be different than Lex in the fact that he was able to see what that looks like? So I just don't know if that made any sense to anybody right there. But I just kind of think that, and maybe I've read it, maybe I've heard how important, and you know what, that is true. I'm pretty sure I read it, because I could have never made up something like that. I can make up a lot of stuff, folks, but I can never make up something like that. So I just wonder, and I'll be real interested to see in the comments, for you parents who have raised your kids in a very loving and affectionate household, if your kids grew up to be equally loving and affectionate with their partners, or have you raised a kid by yourself? Maybe you and the child's other parent were not together, and has that made a difference in your kid's life? Has your kid grown up to not so much maybe I'm just rambling on, obviously, but I think it's cute the way these two show their affection. To me, I'm not into pain, and so I've never been able to, I would never be able to be with somebody who likes all that painful stuff, sticking horns in eyes and ears and all that other nonsense. But hey, to each their own, as they say. Woe is me to judge. Oh, man.